Each time I step out onto the floor, I'm just overwhelmed with gratitude that the sport, that the affiliate, that the community has allowed me to touch so many lives, and for so many people's lives to have touched mine. And to have that flow of energy amongst people is really, it's really cool. It's really special.
Her t-shirts that she had.
And you cut them off?
We had her mother.
Getting some veggies ready to roast in the oven for dinner tonight. We've got chicken in the crock pot all ready to cook so that I can go off and work out, and dinner will be made for the family. My name is Valerie Vobrel. Home for me is El Segundo, California. I've been CrossFitting since late 2008. And then we clean up and then we grade papers. So I'm a school teacher. I've been teaching for 21 years. So I always have the summer to try out new fitness things. So it was aerial fabric, or it was martial arts or something else. And a friend trying some CrossFit stuff. So I tried it one summer, and the coach had me do Fran. And I said, okay, what weight? I didn't know anything about Fran. I didn't really know much about CrossFit. And he goes, well, Morning Liz did it 75 pounds, I guess. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm doing it 75 pounds. And I finished my first Fran ever at 75 pounds at 4.5 minutes. And he goes, you're kind of good at CrossFit. Milo's winning. Go, Milo, go. And then soon after that, went to the sheriff's whatever in Orange County to qualify for the ranch for 2009 games. That was the first year that they had a qualifying piece. And so 2009 was my first games.
Valerie Vobrel out of Southern California, so her hometown fans are here. The fourth grade school teacher who often has to work out in her backyard because she likes to spend time with her family is currently in the lead here. Valerie Vobrel is going to win event 9. The full-time fourth grade school teacher closing out her Saturday night with a victory, a time of 9:48.4.
My husband and my mom made me a trophy box for Christmas. I don't know how many years ago, it doesn't matter. But it's really cool because I get to have all of my CrossFit medals up here and my CrossFit Games chips. But I think one of my favorite things about these is Vin decorated them for me because she was so little, and she thought they were perfect pieces for her artwork. And so they're a trophy of my physical accomplishment and my super awesome kid. We're grading some science tests. They're learning how the sensory organs get input from stimulus, and then how your brain decides what to do with it, and then how it sends messages through the nervous system to make your body do things. So how the human body is a machine and how it all works together as a system of components. I've always enjoyed working with kids. So from babysitting when I was in the 7th grade, started babysitting triplets in the 7th grade, to coaching gymnastics to little kids like the 2-year-olds and 3-year-olds all the way up through high school kids. And I just wanted something where I could, I don't know, whether it's in the classroom or outside or in the gym, when they have that aha moment, they get something and something clicks, or you figured out a step or a strategy to get them to that next level, to level up something, it's pretty rewarding. I mean, I can only imagine what it's like for coaches at CrossFit or anything else. When you get someone to achieve a new level in their process, it's exciting. That was your best one. Oh, they're so awesome. Where's well, and my 5th graders, well, they're not 5th graders anymore, but they know I compete, and so this is the back of their little heads, but they're watching and cheering, which is so cool. Yes, role model, but also empathy, because these kids are doing hard things every day. They're
they're learning things, they're outside of their comfort zone, they're getting pushed by me, by their parents, by their coaches, by like all these things. And as adults, we can choose to not be uncomfortable. We can choose comfort in most areas of our lives, and they don't get to choose that. And so being here and pushing myself and being uncomfortable and doing things outside of my comfort zone and things that like raise my anxiety and stress me out a little bit, like gives me so much better empathy for like when a kid's freaking out and I'm looking at him like, it's not a big deal, but I'm like, but it is to them. It is in that moment for them, that's the biggest thing that they're experiencing. And so it reminds me to be, how important it is to be uncomfortable so that I can empathize and coach them through how we can get better from doing uncomfortable, hard things, and that's where we grow.
COVID really reminded me how having to pivot all the time as a teacher, as a kid, as parents and families, that was a lot of hard for a lot of people. People who have all been comfortable for so long doing comfortable things and then being really uncomfortable and not having strategies or tools for getting through uncomfortable. I think that was like an aha moment that I've been like holding on to, and it really fed into my why this year. I've been off and on with my why. Like, why am I doing this? Because we are doing hard, uncomfortable things. You know, in 2015, I'm standing under the rope at regionals going, why am I here? Why did I choose this? I don't want to be here. I've never moved away from the affiliate. In fact, I've gone back. Like, that's been the biggest, to me, the most fun shift was going back to just doing classes. Like, that's why I fell in love with the sport and the community and the affiliate, was because classes and being together. And then the sport advanced, and then everyone was doing their own individual programming. And then it became isolated. And then I found that pushing and being on my own and doing all that stuff without the community got harder and harder for me to find my why and to find my drive. And coming this time, I was really clear on my why. Why am I doing this? Because I can do hard things, and I want to prove to myself that I can do hard things. I can do it gracefully, and every time I choose to do something hard, I get to grow and be a better person. And that segues into what I shared with you earlier about my students, because they do hard things every day. And being able to empathize and be compassionate about the hard things that they're going through. And the wins, that they're all big wins, but you know, they're 9 and 10, and so some of their hard things don't seem hard when you've been on the planet for 46 plus years, and you're like, that's not something to get upset about, but it is to them. And so being compassionate for that, and being compassionate for anyone who's doing something that's hard for them, that's out of their comfort zone, and finding the growth in that moment. Each time I step out onto the floor, I'm just overwhelmed with gratitude that the sport, that the affiliate, that the community has allowed me to touch so many lives, and for so many people's lives to have touched mine, and to have that flow of energy amongst people is really, it's really cool. It's really special.